Just so you know, you are one of the 4 candidates that made it through out of 100 and something applications. So it works. It works. Do it. And hi everybody, and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As you can see by the title and the thumbnails, I'm going to talk about a remote job interview that I scored. But before we get to that, I'm going to talk about how I actually got the interview. So when applying for jobs, you need to have a CV tailored for the specific job. All right. I understand it's draining. It's draining to apply for jobs, but the days of sending the same CV for every job you see are over. You need to optimize your CV and structure it for that particular role. And this happens because of a thing called ATS, which is an applicant tracking system where recruiters use it to filter out keywords to see that your CV actually matches the job description. So what are you going to do? ChatGPT is your best friend. You have to use ChatGPT to actually get ahead of the game. I mean, it's not fair. If they're not going to be fair, we're not going to be fair as well. Sorry, but how else are we going to do it, right? So what you do is that you highlight the job description, everything, and then you send it on to ChatGPT, and you tell ChatGPT or any AI tool that you use, say, make me a resume. It will make a resume for you tailored exactly to that job. But to make it stand out and make it unique to you, you have to add a little bit of information about yourself. For example, I have admin experience, so I tell it I have admin experience in this industry, make it sound like my skills are transferable and things like that. That will help you so much in being unique, because if all of us just what's this, highlight the CV and the job description and send it on to ChatGPT, all of us are just gonna have the same CV. The recruiters are just gonna find the same CVs from everybody. So you need to tailor it to match your unique skills and experience and stuff. But it will still keep the keywords and all of that. So what I do, I have a specific CV template that I use. It has my name, my location, and my education, and all of that, and my my work experience as well. When I started, when I ended, and things like that. So what I do is that when you send your job description to ChatGPT, it will say professional profile. It will say the job, and then just say you started working from this time to this time, and it will give you all of the duties you were working, the responsibilities, and then it will also give you the skills and maybe certificates and however way it puts it. So for me, I take the skills, I replace them. I take the professional summary, I replace it, and some of the duties I replace them as well. So when the ATS does its thing, the keywords are gonna match. There's no way the keywords are not gonna match, you know. So my CV matches like that, and most jobs that I apply for, they have 4 steps. The first one is the CV and the cover letter, which you have to do the same thing for the cover letter. Is the CV and the cover letter, and the second stage is the what was it? Introduction video. I hate it, but we have to do it. The introduction video, same thing. I send it through to ChatGPT and say, give me the introduction video for this thing, and then I add up my own little spice, so that it sounds like myself. Okay. And the third part, yes, and the third part of the application process is a test task. They give you some tasks to see if you can actually do the job. So I did the task, and I was invited to do the screening call, which is the last part of the thing before you get the job. That's what I meant to say. So if I was able to do the task, that means I can actually do the job, because it just gives you a preview of the kind of work you're gonna be doing. And just so you know, the assessments are very long, the tests are very long, and whew, some are very tricky, because I've had, I think, 2 or 3 assessments, and I was not able to make it through. This is the first one that I made it through to the screening call. So the interview with the recruiter, I actually got to the part of the interview with the recruiter, and that is what I want to talk about today. So they sent me an email, this little email here, saying, let's meet for a screening call. I was excited, thinking, oh, I finally did it, because after the screening call, if you make it through, that means you got the job, right? So I was preparing for the screening call. The only problem with that one is that I did not know what they were going to ask me, so I was just researching what they could ask in a screening call, like normal interview questions. And when I got to the interview, she introduced herself, she talked about the role and all of that, and she asked me, tell me a little bit about yourself, like not the job description, not your role. I mean, she said not your work experience and the likes, just tell me what you like, the kind of person you are. And I think that's where I shot myself in the foot, because I said stuff like, in my free time, I like to mindlessly scroll on TikTok if I'm not doing anything. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? And it's only now or later, after the interview, after the screening call, that I realized that maybe they just wanted to find out about how I am. Do I fit into their company culture or not? You know, so I feel like I shot myself in the foot when it comes to that one. And she asked me if I have any questions, which she answered when she was talking about the job as a whole, because they said they need somebody who's fun to work with, but also very straightforward and is not afraid to delegate duties. You're not going to be afraid of your team, you know. So I was like, I can do that. Yeah, they didn't ask a lot of things because it was just a 15-minute screening call, but I thought I should share it with you because I've never gotten to that part of the interview or of the whole application process. So I thought maybe I'm doing something right. So now that I know what the screening calls are about, I'm going to search the job description and see what kind of people they want, the company culture and stuff that they want, so that I can add it into how I answer my questions. But I feel like there's hope, you know. This is because I asked the question. I said, so what happens after now? She said, after this, that means you're meeting with the client for the job. And she said, just so you know, you are one of the 4 candidates that made it through out of 100 and something applications. So it works, do it. And I asked ChatGPT, actually, I said, is it cheating if I do this method of application? Does it not seem like I'm saying things that I don't know? He said, no, you're just being resourceful. And I said, yes, I will take that. So if you do what I told you to do, don't use the same CV for all of the jobs. Tailor it to that specific job description, and I feel like we're gonna get far. And trust me, I also miss the days where you would just put your name, your gender, and your hobbies on the CV, and it goes. They give you the job, and you're set for life. But that's not how it is nowadays. We have to move on with the times. You know, everything is so different now, but I feel like we just have to do what we have to do to get ahead, you know. And what I'm preaching right now is that people should not be guilty, should not feel guilty about doing this thing, because recruiters now, are they feeling guilty? I mean, it's human resource, but they're removing the human out of it. They're just letting the robots do the thing. I mean, So don't feel guilty about it. You will learn on the job, as long as you're not gonna play around and just mess it up for everybody. If you get the job, make sure that you prove yourself. But they got back to me and said, no, we are moving forward with another candidate, so you did not make it through. Sad, but I'm happy that I was able to see how they do it. So happy applying, and good luck. Bye.